Welcome back, F1 Manager Nation. This is F1 Manager Legend. Back with today's content. So, I thought I was already recording, but I wasn't. And I caught myself right before I upgraded Giovinazzi, so you guys can see. That's going to make Giovinazzi competitive for a long time. I didn't really get into Giovinazzi on my other account until he was level 10. And I'm actually using him on level 10. He stays pretty good. You can kind of tell the drivers that they like and ones they don't. Because there's some drivers that you're never really going to use. I don't think George Russell really ever catches up. I think it has to do with the way that they give out the rewards. I think it's a set pattern for everybody somehow. Because this is my second account, and again, look, I haven't gotten Hulkenberg yet, and I'm all the way up into Series 4, but still not one of asset of Hulkenberg, so we'll see how that goes. Alright, so Giovinazzi is a much better driver. Are there any car parts I can upgrade? No. Shoot. I can't really remember how this part went. Yeah, it's tough when an upgrade only gives you time off. But if I were to put that on with that upgrade, my pit stop would be quicker, but I would lose more than that on the track. So, at the beginning of the game, try and focus on getting parts that are reliable more than anything, because when you go into the pit stop with a broken part at the beginning of the game, it takes you forever. So reliability is key. That's what you're mainly looking for. And in your drivers, you can see the drivers that I have are in red, and the gray lines are Carlos Sainz stats. And you can see he's not consistent. His fuel management is pretty good. However, his tire management is so low. Like, you would have to basically race with hard tires the whole time, and you can't be competitive with tire management that low. And you can see I'm using Norris and Giovinazzi over Kvyat because his tire management and his fuel management. So his low tire management restricts the amount of strategies that you can use. The higher the tire management, the more time you have to think about when you need to pit, and it gives you more time to get your drivers separated enough if you try to bring them both in on the same lap, which I normally do, just to keep them both on the same pit strategy. That way I don't make any mistakes. There is going to come a time when you do have to use split strategies for your drivers. And that's when it kind of gets complicated, but the rewards really pay off. So we are still on the Season 4 races. I live on Maui today, and around noon, was it noon? Yeah, around noon, it poured down for like 2 straight hours. Yeah, it was coming down hard, too. Okay, we are at Bahrain. This is an 8-lap race. They just had an update today. I don't see what the difference is. Okay. The Epic drivers, until you upgrade them, they're kind of not worth it. As you guys can see, I have to use a lot of the rare car parts. I'm using a lot of the rare car parts, but that's only because a little bit laggy. Okay, I'm only using the rare car parts because, oh, you know what? I can actually do it this way, and no, it doesn't show the whole track that way. Oh, I'm using the rare car parts because I don't have enough coins to upgrade all the common parts. But I'm pretty sure once I upgrade them, I think I have some parts I could probably use. I just don't remember which ones. So once again, start slow, conserve your fuel. All the time he's making up right now on those soft tires, he's going to be losing in the pit stop, so it looks like Verstappen's going to have to come in. Yep. Ooh, Verstappen is very upset. Look at him go. Tearing up the track. Obviously racing. So we are only at 50%. He's coming in on 3. If he throws hards on, he's probably going to try and go to the end, which is not wise. Ugh. Yeah, so you guys can see why I win a lot of races. It's mainly because I kind of pick apart my opponent's strategy. And that's why I said you want, when you're picking your driver, you want to be able to do as many laps as possible. Because even if you can only do 3 laps on this race, if you go slow, if you can only do 3 laps on the softs, if you go slow, you can stretch that to 4. I was too busy talking. I didn't space my drivers, but that's okay. I'll just have Giovinazzi go. I'm going to have him just go 1 lap and put on some sauce. We're going to cruise 1 lap and then finish strong. You know what? Giovinazzi might be able to race because Norris just went around a lap and only used up 1/3 of his tires. Giovinazzi should be getting a little bit better tire wear, I think. Or are they both the same? I think they were both the same. So if you ever have 4 laps to go and you have soft tires, and how I said Giovinazzi can get 3 laps, I'm going to have him slow down a little bit. All right, so Giovinazzi is going to be able to get me 3 laps. No, I'm not putting it in. Giovinazzi is going to be able to get me 3 laps on the soft tires, but he only had 3 laps left. Norris could get me 3 laps on the soft tires, but he had 4 laps to go. So if you think about it, you're going to have to pit anyway. So instead of going the 3 laps and then pitting, it's better to do 2 laps and pit. You split those 4 laps in half. That way your tires are fresher than they are more worn. And you'll actually do the 4 laps faster that way. Oops, I forgot to raise Gio. So you can see my original plan got changed. I had to switch up, and instead of stacking like I did in the last race before I filmed, I had my other driver go around. If you're going to have your other driver go around, you got to make sure he's not going to run his tires off the edge, because if he runs his tires off the edge, you're going to lose more time. Then if that's the case, you're better off stacking. That's not what I wanted. This is what I want. I gotta win all those flags so I can move up. Here's another hint for you guys. Don't be in a rush to move up in series. You want to win all the flags in each series before you move on. Otherwise, you're going to be racing people that are going to be much better than you, and you're going to lose a lot. So I know the races kind of get tedious and monotonous, but as you start upgrading your driver and your car, all of the parameters slowly start changing on the track. So it's actually good for you to practice your strategy on the same series over and over and over again. Once I get all the flags, I'm going to move up to the next series. And by then, I will probably be strong enough to win a lot of the races in that series as well. Okay, so we are back at Bahrain. Igokso Yuche. I really wish they wouldn't put those messages up. It gets really annoying. Okay, so once again, we are starting slow. You can see the tire wear difference already between Vettel and Norris. So Vettel will probably have to pit on lap 3. Kvyat's going to pit on lap 2. When Kvyat pits, that's going to drop him back behind Giovinazzi. It seems like he's on medium power. And there goes Kvyat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He should be coming out. Behind Giovinazzi, like I said. And we are still conserving. The time gap between my drivers is 2.5 seconds. It's perfect. That's where I want them to be at 3 laps. So now once I hit the hairpin turn where number 1 just left and number 2 is about to approach right now, I'm going to be able to sprint You know what? I like the way that that last race went. Okay, now the race is on. He's feeling pretty comfortable with Vettel up there in 14th, but it doesn't look like he's actually giving it full power. It looks like he might be right now. There goes my Giovinazzi. Okay, so Vettel and Norris pitted on the same lap. And he is not racing at the moment. So he's going to go around, and he's going to have to pit next lap. Giovinazzi is about to finish. And you can go. Okay, so I've released the hounds. Vettel's tires are running low. And Vettel is in. And you guys should be able to see the difference. Why would you put hard tires on? Why would you do that? Okay, well, he ruined the experiment because I was going to show you the difference between going 3 laps and waiting 2. Or going 2, sorry. But with those hard tires on, it's not a fair experiment. 4th and 11th, and I think we started back in like last. We were like rolling around in last place for a long time. So again, you can see how and why my strategy works. If you don't conserve at the beginning, your options are extremely limited at the end. And when your options get limited at the end, you wind up having to slow down on the last lap because your fuel is low. Oh, I don't even know if anybody's going to still be watching at this point. You do not have to alternate tires when you pit. So you could go the whole race with softs, you can go the whole race with hards. I know on the real race they got to change compounds or whatever, but you don't have to do that on this. Okay, we got 5 race points. Okay. Yasmarina, I really like this racetrack. I'm glad they fixed the problem with the cars crashing, and I like the alternative, which is when you go off the track on those certain turns, it scrubs a lot of your speed off. Yeah, turn 8 and 9. And what was that, 12 and 13? Ah, Davis Romero. And another reason you really don't want to race at the beginning is you kind of hope that your drivers space themselves out. So as you can see, my drivers are, what, about a second apart? Yeah, they're a second apart, and you can see all the racers with, all the drivers with soft tires are moving up, but they're going to lose all that time when they have to pit at the end of lap 2. And one of his drivers is going to have to pit, the other one is going to have to go around, which means Giovinazzi, rival Gio, is going to run out of tires at the worst part of the track where all the turns are. There we go, lap 3. And Norris is going. We need to space these guys out as much as possible. They're both coming in. Soft tires. About 5.5 seconds, which is where we need to be. And now we are racing to the end, whereas he is trying to conserve, which is why you don't race at the beginning. Giovinazzi is a much faster driver than Lando Norris. So I'm going to have to make sure that I slow him down, Giovinazzi, so that he doesn't run into the tail end of his teammate. Nope, stacking him. Now, Davis Romero is scratching his head. He's like, dude, we started at the same position. And I jumped out to such a huge lead at the beginning of the race where the race can't be won. And then I put hard tires on, thinking I'd be able to cruise to the end. And all of a sudden I get dusted by, what is that, 12 positions? 14, 16 positions? 15, 16 positions? So I know anybody that has watched any of my videos and has heard me explain my strategy, I read the comments. Everyone's winning. And I know a lot of you people that are using my tips have probably dropped some money on the game now because it's worth getting those crates open. Okay. I have a theory that whenever you don't open crates and you win 2 gold crates pretty close to each other, I have a feeling that means a platinum is coming up. Not a platinum, legendary. So because of that, I'm going to try to keep one slot open. Apparently we got a new car part. And it is one of the shots. No. No, where is it? Oh, there it is. Slam stop. Yeah, this one, I think I wound up using this one. I think this is a good one eventually. Slam stop. Is that what I'm using on my other account? Okay, I'm up to 600k coins. So I'm gonna start upgrading whichever one has the most assets. Inferno at 187. Okay, so Inferno. Let's see. Not 54K is worth it. Okay. Profiler. 184. Right off the bat. How far off am I? Okay, so let's go boom. Yeah, no, you're not giving me anything. Got it. What's this next one gonna give me? Ooh, okay. That's gonna be 260. That's gonna get me down to 1K. You know what? I'm gonna do it. Only because I think this next upgrade. Oh! This next upgrade actually might make it worth my while. It's +5. And it's giving me a plus 2.9. And that's gonna take away a 0.14. But it's also gonna give me more grip, which I think will make up for the other 1.5. I think the grip and arrow will make up. I won't like that loss of reliability though. Okay. Oh, smoothie. Ooh, I don't want to assign you. -10. Jeez. Oh man, 0.29. 0.29. You know what? The tracks I'm on are pretty speedy tracks. You never really do that a lot of turns. Yeah. All right. Well, we're gonna try it. See how it goes. Down to 51K. So. I'm gonna have to do. Shoot. Give me spa, please. Give me spa. What do I even have? Arrow. Yeah, I'm missing grip. Give me spa. Give me spa. I need spa. I need spa, Francorchamps. That's a pretty fast track. I think I'll be alright. I don't know. Do you guys think that was an upgrade? I think that might have been due to the upgrade. Yeah, so we were trying to get a 4.22 for both drivers. Giovinazzi's ahead, which is good. He's a faster race driver. And saying that, Gio gives up the position. Oh, you're the best, Gio. I love you. Hey, you took it back. Awesome. But now that both of you are together, it means one of you is going to have to go 5-3. Gio's better. I keep saying he's better at conserving. It seems like he is. Okay, coming up on lap 2. One of his drivers is going to be peeling in. Stroll and Albon. Okay, so you can see he's using Stroll and Albon, so he's probably like trying to move up ahead. He's probably trying to move up ahead before he should. I don't think he should be racing in this series yet. So, Norris, you can sprint, use up those tires because Gio's going to go around. Let him by, Gio. Let him by. You're not racing him. Thank you. No, this is a four-lap race. Okay, Gio, let him by again. Sorry. Doesn't matter because you're going to be coming in the pit anyway. Ooh. Go, Gio, go. Can't be holding you back. Yeah, I got Norris just in time. He's out in 11th. Should be getting 10th pretty quick. Can I get 2 top 10 finishes? Geo on the outside. Is that? Oh, that's Maggots and Beckett's, right? I think that's Maggots and Beckett's. 2 top 10. Awesome. Excellent points for the team, guys. Excellent points for the team. You can see, I don't know what his strategy was. I think he's winging it. Just probably going the whole race on medium power. I don't know. So he moved up in series ahead of time. He lost 16K in gold coins, and he lost flags. See, I'm up into 5th place. Okay, now we can move back up into the real races. I really hope they come out with the Grand Prix. Okay, let me see what these new assets are. Max Verstappen for 400. Not worth it. Let me show you guys why it's not worth it. You spend 400 on Max Verstappen, you get him, but he's not going to be usable compared to the other drivers that you should already have by this point. So you're going to spend 400 real world dollars, bucks, whatever, or real world money, I should say, to get a character that's only going to have one asset, and then at that point all of his assets are going to be 50 bucks, and then 60 bucks, and then 70 bucks, and then 80 bucks, and then 90 bucks. As you buy the assets, it goes up incrementally. So don't waste your money on those, because again, the drivers that you have are going to be more valuable. You can see, look, I got Series 4 rare drivers, and I'm not even going to touch them because they're not going to be as good as Norris and Giovinazzi and Kvyat at this point. Stroll, you never wind up using him again, so you can save your money. Albon, you're never going to really use him again, so you can save your money. You can see how far behind they are. They're never going to catch up. So, Stroll, Albon, you're never going to see Hulkenberg. Kubica is a bust. You don't really see a lot of Max Verstappen come through. Pierre Gasly, I think he becomes usable at one point, but only for a little while before you upgrade one of your common drivers. Daniel Ricciardo is usable, but he's not consistent. You can use him, but he's like, if I had him, and I think I had him and Sergio Perez, and Sergio Perez was always qualifying near the top because of his consistency, and Ricardo would like be qualifying down in like 18th place, just like really, really weird. When you get Bottas is going to be a usable driver like almost immediately because of his consistency, and his tire wear is not that bad. And then eventually, when you get to Series 6 and you get Sergio Perez, he's going to be usable as well. Okay, I know you guys don't watch these videos to hear me talk about rubbish, so let's get to a race. I'm not ready for those yet. 176 flags. Back at Bahrain. Okay, qualifying. Vettel and Kvyat. Vettel does not have good tire wear. I don't think he has good fuel usage either. At least not at this point in the game. When you do upgrade him, eventually he does become worth it, but maybe, I don't know, I haven't really upgraded him yet. Okay, get through there clean, thank you. 16th and 22nd, excellent. So there's an organic gap of 2.5 seconds. 2 seconds. 2.5 seconds. Hey, I lied. His Vettel has really good tire usage. I think he might be using my strategy. Sharif Caesar Mergedi. Okay, they're past half. So they're going to have to pit at lap 3. So Vettel should be sprinting to... Nope. He's going to waste all that tire. And he's racing some more at the beginning of the race. Don't understand that. I love this game. This is such a sweet game. See, so he's probably on medium fuel usage, but you can see he's stuck. He's stuck behind those cars. Okay, I think we're good. Slow down Norris just in case. Okay, so he took over the lead. Kvyat's going to have to pit. You can see he's already down past half, so he's probably going to pit him now. Okay, we are racing. So Gio needs to get in front of him because we're both coming in. And you know who else is coming in? Lando Norris. He's probably going to keep Vettel out. Oh, almost all the leaders came in. Who's gonna lead? Is that a Williams? Oh my god, a Haas is in the lead. A Haas is in the lead until he pits this lap. Oh snap, Gio's up into fourth. I'll make that second. Giovinazzi for the win. Yes, sir. Okay, Norris, all I need you to do is get into the top 10. Oh, we're all racing. Look at them go. 12, 11. Is there another car you can catch? 10. Yes, sir. Thank you. Yes, sir. Good job, guys. Good job. Good job. I think those parts I put on are helping. Okay, so let's go revisit. And it was that smoothie that I put on. So again, I put the smoothie on instead of the stilts. You can see what the stilts was giving me. A +8 total and minus 1/3 of a second on my pit stop. But the smoothie is giving me +10 on the stats. So even though I lost a little bit of grip, aero, my grip with the smoothie went up to a point which makes my car more balanced, which makes it faster. So that was a good upgrade. The turbulence. I think this one's going to be coming on here pretty quick too. 7, 8. That would just lose all that grip that I just got back. And the total would be 4 points less if I switched over. 2 points less. Yeah, I don't think I want to. I mean, I could upgrade that and switch it, and my part would be more reliable. But at this point, I'm not having that many breakdowns that I've had to pit for, so I think I'm going to press on that. I'm going to pause this for a second. I'll be right back.